Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I look forward to teaching you some of the essential skills to becoming a better Blender animator or artist. Now, assuming you already have the Blender app, let's open a general file. Something that I definitely need to do more often is to turn on screencast key. This is really helpful for everyone who's watching. They can follow along with everything that I do. A simple gear mechanism. Now what we want is to select all of these and press X to delete. Next up, what we want to do is to add a cylinder. So let's get a cylinder. Now I don't have to say the keys out loud. You can simply see them in the left-hand side and you can just follow along. That does make things a little bit easier. Let's scale this down on the Z-axis using X, using SZ, and to scale this down, let's tab in, and with these face selected, select the bottom and top face. And then we're going to press I to insert, insert again, insert again. Next, what we want to do is to select these faces right here. Now I'm pressing Alt Shift to select these faces and to hold them selected. Right click and extrude faces along normal. So I can extrude outwards or I can extrude inwards. So that's what we want to do. We want to extrude inwards, not too much, just a little bit, and that's pretty darn good. Remember to save your application, press Control S to save your application. It's always good to save your documents. This is the essential way to not lose your file. Remember to save everything, ladies and gents. Now we want to select the loop on the outside of our ring, so let's get that selected. Let's go up to the top. Now if we go up to the top to select, we can then press checker deselect. It will select every other face. So after we select checker deselect, then we can extrude these faces along normal. Well, actually, let's press Command F and extrude these original faces, so individual faces. And once we got that extruded, then we can press S and scale these individual faces down. And there we got it pretty simple. That's the most basic way to get this done in the most simple form. So now that we've already got face selected, we can then select these faces. All you have to press is Option or Alt select, and you got these faces selected. And we also want to select the edges as well. So I'm going to continue selecting these edges because we want to bezel all of these surfaces that we've got here. Same thing beneath, we want to select all of these edges. Select the face on top as well, these faces on top. So all of these faces, they need to be selected also. This will help with our bezeling. So let's go ahead and press Control B and we can bezel these. Bezel them to your liking. We don't want to have too many segments, probably 4 segments, either 3 or 4 segments, and I'd say around 4 segments. We want to insert these faces along normals, and same thing with these faces and individual. And same thing with these individual edges. We can then bezel these also. Control B and bezel these also. From there, it becomes even simpler. If you go into the modifiers tab, we can then add a subdivision modifier. In fact, if you press Control 2, you can add a subdivision modifier just as simple, and shade smooth if you want for your preference. And there you have it, a simple gear mechanism. So that is it for today's modeling, simple modeling tutorial on Blender. You can then animate this, use this as a component, and just using some simple Blender tricks, you can model a simple gear. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe, leave a like and leave a comment to join our community, and I'll see you in our next video.